Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? Give y'all a little time to come on in. Good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is doing fabulous on this Friday. We made it to the end of the week. So let's celebrate. Let's celebrate our wins. I'm gonna give it a couple more seconds, get y'all to come in. I'm Dotrell McNeal. So let's get started. Good morning, everyone. I am Dotrell McNeal. I am a life confidence coach, and I help women overcome their fears, to step outside of their comfort zone, to build up their self-confidence, to discover their purpose. And today we're talking about self-love and self-care along with your confidence, because if we don't have that self-love and self-care, then it gives us a lack of confidence and moving forward and things that we want to do in life. Okay, so just a little bit about me. I know some of you all may have seen my bio in the post that Olivia did. Hey girl. So just a little bit about me. I am a Florida native. My background is customer service, private home care, beauty and fashion, like some modeling and things of that sort. I do own my own hair company called Executive Extensions. And some things that I love poetry, I love music, I love being by the water. That's one of my all-time favorites, just being by the water, being calm, relaxed, peaceful. I love that. I love going to brunch. I like going to networking events. And I like going to church, and I just like learning new things and just educating myself and learning something new. That's a part of like my prayer that I do. I ask God to, help me learn something new every day. I don't care how big or how small it is. We all should be wanting to learn something new every single day. My favorite colors are neutral. I love neutral colors. Neutral colors are my thing. So growing up for me, my confidence has not always been where it is today. So growing up for me, my weight would fluctuate up and down, and that's where my confidence began to lack, within how my weight would fluctuate up and down and things like that. And so it would be a concern, and sometimes I would let it prevent me and hold me back from doing certain things and participating in certain things. And so I just had to, come to grips and realize one day I just needed to step outside of my comfort zone. And I've always had an interest in beauty and fashion and modeling and things of that sort. And we all know back in the day, like for modeling in the industry, you had to be a certain size and things like that in order to be considered to be in the modeling industry. And so back in 2011, I was scrolling through my Facebook page. Hey Olivia. I was scrolling through my Facebook page, and it was a casting call for a modeling show that was going on, and it was no size requirements, y'all. So I just knew that this would be my chance in order to step outside my comfort zone and do it scared. So I attended that casting, and I went. Even though I didn't get chosen, I still met some amazing people. And from that day forward, that's where my confidence began, to build and climb each day. So that's, for me, that's where my lack of confidence began within myself, with my weight fluctuating up and down and things of that sort. And so I know I had to, motivate myself and give myself positive self-talk in order to get out of that shell and do the things that I've always wanted to do, the things I've always wanted to that I've always desired. Like we all sit and vision, that life, envision ourselves doing things. Like we can do it in our heads because we see it, but actually when it comes to reality and us stepping out and actually putting the work in, we get stuck. So that's where we need to begin to build up our self-confidence. So for today, with going over self-love and self-care. So what is self-love and self-care? So for me, self-love and self-care is being happy, having your own happiness, having peace, and being aware of your well-being. And the most important is self-acceptance. We have to learn to accept ourselves and be forgiving. Whatever it is that we have gone through, experienced, things have happened to us, people have put us down, called us out our names, talked down to us, told us we wasn't going to be anything. At the end of the day, we have to accept ourselves, our flaws and all, and we have to give ourselves self-love first before we can go and seek love from anyone else. We have to do self-love within ourselves. So how does one know when they are not aligned, with loving themselves and caring for themselves, right? So if you're taking abuse from someone, if it's verbal, mental, physical, you're not loving yourself. If you're accepting that type of abuse, then you're not aligned with your own self-love. You're not aligned with your what is it called? Like, when you meditate and we, get our energy, that's what I'm looking for, our energy aligned and things like that. So if you're accepting abuse, physical, mental, verbal, from anyone, and you think that is love, then you are not aligned within yourself. Also, if you're self-sabotaging yourself and thinking negative of yourself, and if you're having that negative self-talk saying, oh, I'm not good enough, no one is going to accept me, no one loves me, no one is going to like me, and things like that, then that's self-sabotage. You are not aligned with loving yourself, and you are not aligned with caring for yourself. You come first. You matter. You come first. And then if you're always comparing yourself to someone else and wishing that you were them and you had the things that they had, that's also a sign that you're not aligned with loving yourself and caring for yourself and not knowing your self-worth. Those are some signs to let you know that you are not aligned with self-care and self-love, and your confidence is not where it's supposed to be if you're accepting that kind of behavior from others and from yourself. Because we self-sabotage ourselves when we think about, I can't do this, and who's going to accept me, or if you're putting on an outfit or something and you're worrying about how someone else is going to perceive you in it and things like that. That's self-sabotage. At the end of the day, no one opinion of you and your life and the things that you're willing to change for yourself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hold any weight. Their opinion doesn't hold any weight. We give it weight by worrying about what someone else is thinking. We give it weight by worrying about other people's thoughts. And we need to cut that out. Other people's thoughts and opinions of ourselves does not hold any weight. Remember that. We give it weight by thinking about what someone else is thinking about from us, okay? So what does loving yourself mean, right? So when you set boundaries and you stick to those boundaries, that's when you know that you are coming around and you're not willing to accept the abuse and the emotional, things that people are throwing at you, the conversations, the energy, and things like that. You have to set your boundaries, and you have to stick by those boundaries. Saying no and sticking to it and not feeling bad about it. Whatever you set your boundaries to, stick to it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise or make you feel bad about setting boundaries for yourself, because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, then how can you take care of somebody else? You have to put yourself first, and you have to be a priority. That's just like when someone works so much and then they end up being sick. They're no good to no one. They have to rest and get themselves back better so they can get out and, provide for themselves. So if you're not in a good space, then how can you be good to someone else? And how can you be of service to someone else if you're not taking care of yourself first? You matter. You are a priority. So set your boundaries and stick to it. And start taking yourself out on dates and enjoying the fruits of your labor. Don't wait for anyone to clap for you. Don't wait for someone to celebrate you. Don't wait for anyone to tell you that you've done a good job and they're proud of you. Yes, we all would love to hear that from someone else. True indeed. Hearing it from others is great. But at the end of the day, we have to hear it from ourselves first. We have to get in the mirror and be like, girl, I am proud of you. You doing the thing. You have to give yourself positive self-talk, because this all revolves around your self-love and your self-care and how you're caring for yourself and your own well-being. You have to look out for you. If no one else is going to care for you and love you, you have to do it for yourself first, because no one is going to love you the way that you love you. So take care of you first. The next thing is to be kind and have a positive attitude and positive self-talk and compassion for yourself. We have to be gentle. Consider yourself like a delicate flower. You have to nourish yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You have to water yourself. You have to feed yourself, and make sure you're feeding yourself positivity. Make sure you're feeding yourself words of encouragement. Surround yourself with positive people that love themselves and that show love to others and want to see others grow. Surround yourself with people that's going to build you up and help motivate you to get you to the next level. Exactly, Olivia. Yes, date yourself. Like, a lot of people is scared to just go out and have a drink or go to dinner or go to a movie or anything like that. It's like, date yourself, take yourself out, treat yourself, show yourself some self-love and self-care. It is nothing wrong with that. I'll go to the movies by myself quick. I will go to the movies by myself quick. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. So yes, and also another tip is meditation. We have to meditate to cleanse our aura and that energy that we done dealt with all week or all month, or however it is. We have to meditate and get our energy back and get our minds right. That means just sit still, be still, and just let your mind declutter. We have so much going on throughout the day, and by the end of the week some of us really don't even remember what happened on Monday, and today is Friday. So when we have so much going on, dealing with so many different personalities from people and things like that, we need to meditate. We need to get our energy aligned. We need to woosah. We need to clear it out. That way we can get ourselves back in a good headspace to continue our self-love and our self-care in order to progress on and continue our day and work on the things that we have going on in our lives, right? So with your confidence and your self-love, it goes hand in hand, because if you're lacking that self-love and self-care, and if you're seeking that from someone else, then you need to get in alignment, with yourself, because a lot of people think confidence is just confidence. And there's a difference between confidence and self-confidence. Confidence is the knowledge and practice. The more experience you have, the more confident you become. So for example, with confidence, with the more knowledge and practice you have, right? So say for instance, someone that's someone that's going to college. You know, when we in college and we have like the those internships that we do for whatever major it is that we're going to school for. You know how you get that hands-on experience, you get that knowledge. So when you go out into the workplace, you're confident within that skill that you just received because you have the practice and you have the experience, you know, that you received in school. So you're going to be confident within that job skill. That's just confidence. That comes from knowledge and practice. But self-confidence comes from within trusting yourself to take on a new task, a new challenge, new opportunities. So for example, for us that's out here creating our small businesses, that's where our self-confidence comes within ourselves, to know that we're going to be able to do this business, build this business, and take on all the trial and error that's going to come. So with building a business, there's no practice, there's no experience. When we start businesses, we started and we go, you know, from what we've researched or what other people have told us. We learn as we grow along, you know, in building our business. So that's why when a lot of people start something, they'll fall off and they won't finish it because of the self-doubt that they have, that they don't have enough knowledge and skills to continue on. So that's where a lot of our self-confidence lacks, because we're not confident within ourselves when it comes to a new challenge, a new opportunity, a new task, and things like that. So like with myself starting my businesses, I myself had, you know, like self-doubt. I'm like, what did I get myself into? I don't think I can do this, you know, because I've never started a business, you know, so it was foreign, it was new. So that's where our self-confidence comes from within ourselves. We need to trust ourselves. So that's the difference, having that confidence, you know, getting that knowledge and that practice, having that confidence to do a certain skill, versus self-confidence is trusting yourself. Hey Katrina, thank you for joining. How you doing? So we're talking about self-love and self-care and confidence today. So if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to, you know, drop them down in the comments below. Okay? So how will you know when you're starting to align yourself with your self-love and your self-care, and, you know, you're starting to build up your confidence? How will you begin to know? First, you will start accepting yourself and forgiving yourself for anything that has happened, whatever you have been through. When you start accepting yourself, your flaws and alls, that's when you know when you're starting to align yourself, you know, with your energy, building up your confidence, knowing your self-worth, knowing that you matter. When you start accepting yourself and you're loving yourself without judgment. You know, you're accepting yourself and you're loving yourself and you're not judging yourself. So when you know that you have jumped that hurdle and you're no longer doing that, that's when you're going to be, you know, knowing that you're aligned with self-love and self-care and self-worth, because you're not going to judge you and you're going to start to accept you for you. And knowing and realizing that whatever it is that you went through, you no longer feel bad about it. You know, it's not causing any guilt. It's not causing that extra pressure, that extra weight that you've been, you know, dealing with and carrying around and things like that. So once you can, you know, stop feeling bad about the situation and also start accepting yourself, that's when you know you're starting to align yourself with that self-care and that self-love that you deserve and that you should have and that you should be giving yourself. And also when you step outside of that norm, that circle of people, that you've used to, hanging out with, when you start to step out into different circles and surrounding yourself, with positive people and loving people, like I mentioned earlier, that's going to support you, that's going to encourage you, that's going to even help celebrate you. When you put yourself in a different circle, that's when you're starting to align yourself with your own self-love, your own self-care, your own self-worth, and things like that. Step into a new circle. That song Drake came out with years ago, something about no new friends. No, I want new friends. I want y'all. I want new friends, especially if y'all gonna elevate me and get me to the next level. Show me and open my eyes to new experiences, things that I've never known before. Yes, I want those new friends. I want them. A lot of us keep hanging with those same friends that they don't have our best interest at heart. Exactly, Olivia. Check your circle. Start adding, subtracting, multiplying, and divide, and do what you have to do in order to get your circle right. They say someone that you have known maybe 10 plus years, and someone you meet 30 days will have your best interest at heart and will help you get to the next level, versus that person that you have known maybe half your life or all your life. So start aligning yourself with a new circle of people. Start meeting some new friends that's on a different level and that's in a different caliber, or however they call it these days. Get around new people. When you get yourself around new people and get out and network and experience new things, that's when you're starting to align yourself with knowing that you matter and what you want in life and what you're desiring and what you vision for yourself matters. The next thing is celebrate your wins, like I mentioned earlier, and push yourself beyond your comfort zone. When you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone and stepping out and taking the risk, that's when you're starting to become aligned with yourself. I'm not saying jump out there into 10 feet or anything like that. Start in 2 to 4 feet and take those small steps. Some steps are better than none. Get outside of your comfort zone and do it scared. It doesn't have to be perfect. Start where you're at. Start where you're at. It does not have to be perfect. And something else to know, like if you can't laugh at your mistakes and laugh at yourself when you're going through certain things, it's okay to laugh and joke. Don't be hard on yourself. Laugh it off and move on. Laugh it off and move on. We can't be hard on ourselves. This thing called life isn't perfect. And every day we're learning something new. We're meeting new people. We're finding out things that we like and things that we don't like ourselves. And that's another thing about I'm going to throw in is like discovering you. You know what I'm saying? What does discovering you truly mean? It's like finding out your true identity and finding out your qualities and your beliefs and your values and, things that make you happy. If we truly sit down and discover who we are, we would find out some things that we didn't even truly know about our own selves. You would find out some things that you actually like that you probably think you didn't like when you sit down and do an inventory on yourself. Like find out what you like and find out where, where you're spending most of your time. Find out what you need to take out and subtract. If you find yourself watching these reality shows and things like that, and you could be doing something else productive to build yourself up, to step outside your comfort zone, then X that out and put something productive in that spot. Read a good book, listen to podcasts, also join other groups and things like that. Go to networking events. And just put yourself out there around positive people to start building yourself up. You got to remember, at the end of the day, you have a choice. And you can't become who you want to be by being stuck as who you are now. You need to love you first and know your worth. And always remember to be confidently you. We have to love ourselves, ladies. We have to love ourselves before anyone else does. We need to stop self-sabotaging, stop the negative thinking, the negative self-talk. When those thoughts come into our heads, we need to switch it up and think about something positive. If it's a quote, if it's a song, if it's a positive person that makes you smile, think about something positive within the moment to switch it up. Because studies show, like, when we start thinking of those negative thoughts and that negative talk, we got 17 seconds to switch it up before we actually start to dwell on it. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to sit and dwell on anything that's going to hold us down and keep us stuck. We want to think on the things that's going to build us up and help us to continue to grow. Hey Tanya, how you doing? Thank you for joining. So if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, just, or anything you want to add, feel free to drop them in the comments below. For those that's just tuning in, I am Dotrell McNeal. I am a life confidence coach, and I help women overcome their fears, to step outside of their comfort zones, to build their self-confidence, and to discover their purpose. And today we're discussing self-love and self-care and confidence and how all of that, works hand in hand with each other. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today. So if y'all want to add anything, any comments and things like that. And oh yeah, Olivia, she said check your circle. Yep, we got to check our circle. Love myself first, know my worth, not feel about it, not have nothing to put me down, but lift me up. Exactly. Do things that's going to lift you up and not pull you down. Exactly. We have to get ourselves aligned to, a lot of us, we worry about, a lot of our confidence and that self-love comes from worrying about other people. And that's where a lot of us, fall short. At the end of the day, yes, we're all human. Every day is not going to be perfect. And building your confidence and your self-love and your self-worth and having self-care, that's something that we have to work on every single day. It's a daily habit. It's a daily task. Every day is not going to be easy. I have my days where I just don't want to do anything. I may feel blah. I just may be, in that, like I was talking earlier, that negative headspace. But I have to switch it up. I talk to myself all the time. I talk to myself all the time. I'm always thinking. I'm a thinker. I'm always thinking, and I'm always talking to myself, writing things down, strategizing something. And when those thoughts do come into my head as well, I have to switch it up. Self-confidence in business is major. Self-doing will kill your business dream. Exactly. Self-confidence in business is major. Yes. This entrepreneurial life, y'all, you have to have tough skin. With this entrepreneurial life, you're gonna have your days, but you have to have tough skin dealing with business, starting a business and business, and doing everything. Exactly, Olivia. Doing it by yourself, it will kill your business and dreams. You have to have a team, and that team needs to be on the same page as you. Everyone needs to be in alignment. Everyone needs to have that positive energy. Everyone needs to be encouraging to one another, because every day is not going to be perfect. You may bump heads in certain areas, and that's just life and in business. But at the end of the day, everyone needs to come together and still be on one accord, and that energy has to be right. It needs to be in sync. Exactly. Examine yourself and be confident who God created you to be. Yes, we have to be confident in who God created us to be, and don't beat ourselves up. Exactly. Exactly, Tanya. Yes, and get no pity party. Exactly. It's like when we go through things and we're falling, like, you got to give yourself a couple minutes. If you're in a pity party, not even a couple minutes, get in those feelings and get out those feelings. We got to get back up, and we have to keep going, because some people, once you get in a rut and you start to fall and you start to sulk in it, it's hard to, start to pull yourself back up. It's going to take even longer. And the steps that you've already, met, even if you fall down, you have to get back up and do those steps again to get to the next steps. And when you continue to stay down, it's gonna make it even harder for you to pull yourself back up to keep going. So yes, we need to be confident in who God created us to be. I love that. Be confident in you. Exactly. At the end of the day, your confidence matters. My confidence matters. And a lot of people, even with like celebrities and top millionaire people, they have confidence issues as well. It's just not us. It's just not us. They have confidence issues as well that they deal with, on a daily basis. They may think, oh, just because someone is pretty or they have money or they're on a different, level or things like that, that they don't deal with issues. Looks and money has nothing to do with, how you truly feel inside. And a lot of what we feel inside is kind of pertaining to other people. It's either what someone said to us, what someone did to us, and things like that has us down with our lack of self-confidence. So it's like we have to build ourselves up. I listen to motivational videos on YouTube. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel, and I have like motivational speakers, like Les Brown is in my motivational list, Tony Robbins. And then I also listen to meditation music, like those, what is it called? Binaural? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's like different sounds. It's like instrumental music, and it helps to release those negative subconscious thoughts and things like that. I also listen to meditations for abundance and wealth and things like that. I have a playlist in my YouTube channel. So y'all YouTube, meditation music and motivational people, and create you a playlist, because I listen to my motivational music every night. It's like clockwork. It's like it's a part of my routine. Like if I don't listen to it, I can tell, like when I'm asleep, I'm like constantly turning and things like that. It's a part of my night routine that I listen to my motivational sounds at night, and I have different ones that I listen to, and some of them is like an hour, 2 hour, or 3 hours. So you can just turn it on and put it on low, and I just sit it by my pillow and I just let it play, and I just fall asleep. And it is so relaxing, y'all. It is so relaxing. That's how I, detox my mind and declutter my thoughts that I have gone throughout the day. I listen to that meditation music, and it is so relaxing, y'all. It is so relaxing. Y'all have to go on YouTube and just type in meditation music and abundance and things like that. It is so nice. It is so nice. It is very nice. Let's see if we have any more comments. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up for today. Does anyone else have any questions, comments, or concerns while we're getting ready to wrap up? Again, I'm Dotrell McNeal, and I am a life confidence coach, and I help women overcome their fears to get outside their comfort zone, to build self-confidence, to discover their purpose. You can follow me on Instagram at Your Confidence Matters. You can follow me on Instagram at Your Confidence Matters. I also have my own free Facebook community, and it's at Your Confidence Matters, My Confidence Matters here on Facebook. So that's Your Confidence Matters, My Confidence Matters is the name of my Facebook group. And you can follow me on Instagram at Your Confidence Matters. And then you can also connect with me and join my emailing list at bit.ly/make a confident connection. That's bit.ly/make a confident connection. And if you want to email me or things like that, you can reach me at Coach D McNeal. That's Coach D McNeal @gmail.com. Okay. You're welcome, Olivia, and thank you so much for having me come into your group and speak to your audience. Y'all are so amazing. Thank you for tuning in. And again, follow me on Instagram at Your Confidence Matters. You could feel free to join my free Facebook community at Your Confidence Matters, My Confidence Matters. And feel free to join my emailing list at bit.ly/make-a-confident-connection. And you can email me at coachdmcneal@gmail.com, okay? Is there any last questions or concerns before we wrap up today? I hope that you all took away, some nuggets within the message that I delivered, and that, something resonated with you, and like, a light bulb went off and was like, hey, I need to do that. I need to do this. I need to start doing that as well. Oh, and one last nugget. Does anyone journal? Do you all journal? Like, journaling is so good. I started journaling. I kind of slacked a little bit, but I'm starting to get back to it. But journaling is really good. Like, putting your thoughts and your feelings, on paper, things that you want to manifest, and things that you want. Like they say, write the vision and make it plain. So start journaling. It's like a good, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a good release. Just meditate. Write in your journal, write your day out, your week, at the end of the week, or if you journal every single day, but start journaling. Journaling is really good. Journaling is really good. Yes. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you so much. Okay, y'all, I'm about to wrap it up. Again, feel free to, check out my personal page. All of my links are on my personal Facebook page, Dotrell McNeal. So all of my links to my social media, Facebook group, my YouTube channel, all of that is on my personal page as well, okay? So thank you again, Olivia, for having me. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, remember, you have a choice, and you can't become who you want to be by being stuck as who you are now. Love you first and know your worth, and always remember to be confidently you. Y'all have a fantastic Friday.